From stuck to scaling. This is a 4-part series, and we are on part 2. Welcome to Clear Shift Solutions. I am Pam Grace, and I'm so excited to speak with you guys today because we are going to the next level. As I promised that I am doing a 4-part series. You've already experienced part 1, and we're now on part 2. Okay? And so let's get into it. I hope you guys found part 1 helpful because we're just going to keep on going up. So let's get into the infrastructure gap that is killing your business. The hidden cost of a weak foundation. And I hope that you guys really take notes as I'm speaking. And as I speak, again, get honest with yourself, okay? So the hidden cost of a weak foundation. You're not overworked. You're understructured. You're not overworked. You're understructured. So here are some common gaps. No onboarding or training flow. Inconsistent recruiting and scheduling. No standard operating procedures, also known as SOPs, or employee files. Poor payroll process. Compliance violations. Okay. Short staff, like short administrative staff. Also, I want to add in here maybe phones, right? You may not have someone that is picking up your phones, right? And so if you have a short staff, that also could be administrative staff now, could also hinder you and be a common gap, okay? These common gaps may seem like a part of business, which they are. But if you can find a way to streamline the process for all of these points, trust me, it's going to bring you much calm and ease in your body as a business owner. I'm sure many of you business owners are perhaps working full time and running this or getting this business started or is going. Or maybe you guys are in your business full time and it's prosperous, but you also have other investments or other businesses. Because I know business owners got multiple businesses, okay? So you're running that. Maybe you're doing this full time, but you have family. Maybe you're married and have family obligations, right? And so in order to effectively have calm and peace in your life, you have to work with structure. And that means in your business, okay? So I want to share a stat with you. Companies with documented onboarding grow 30% faster and reduce turnover by 50%. Okay? So this is talking about just the business as a whole. The business as a whole. Companies with documented onboarding grow 30% faster. Acceleration. So if you're looking for acceleration, you need to invest in these elements, these hidden gaps, these common gaps that are often framed as the way business is, or this is just how it goes, or this is just what's happening. No. These are hidden costs that are costing you money, that are costing the growth of your business, perhaps delaying the growth of your business, perhaps keeping you in stagnation because the infrastructure is weak. Okay? When you can say you can reduce turnovers by 50% and your retention rate is 90%, I mean, you're rocking and rolling. Okay? You are rocking and rolling. So I want you to understand that recruiting is in a competitive market is just what it is. It's recruiting in a competitive market. So if you can be as tight as you can and as intentional, but also kind and warm and embody your company philosophy or embody your company identity, that's great. Some people are unaware of their company identity. It could be good, it could be bad, but whatever that is, you're projecting that out. Okay. And it's either attracting or repelling. And so you just want to, again, be mindful of what's happening in your business, but understand recruiting in a competitive marketplace is going to require strategy. And I also want to say recruiting strategically is a competitive advantage. So, how do you establish a competitive advantage in a competitive market? That's the real conversation. How do you establish a competitive advantage in a competitive market? This right here, your onboarding process, your systems is going to help you without a doubt. Your personnel will help you because you're going to start attracting the right personnel. Because, as well, when you have structure, you're looking for people that have it too. So, therefore, caregivers coming in late, that's not how we roll. Because, again, you had a strong onboarding, and in your onboarding process, you discuss timekeeping compliance. You also discuss, right, how you'll handle when the events when that doesn't occur, right? And there is maybe a process of communicating when you're late, maybe disciplinary actions at a certain type of offenses, right? Like, things are very clear. So people are not guessing and they're not playing with your business, right? And they're not misrepresenting your business. So when people are coming into your company and they're experiencing your company, the systems that you have in your business, it's going to automatically weed out the ones that don't belong. Because if is either they get on board or they get off. That's how it is. It's either you on board or you off, but we don't compromise our systems. You understand? We don't compromise our systems. And a business that's like that is successful. I was speaking to an employer, and this person wanted to make some change in their businesses, and they did. Again, they lacked the whole HR system. They just lacked everything, right? And they were sharing with their staff members, hey, I guess they were probably want to say, hey, we're going to be looking to make changes from 1099 to W-2. And these staff members resisted. The caregivers, the team resisted. And I literally had to say to this person, who's running your business? Are the staff running your business, contractors? Are you running your business? Right? As an employer, you have to set the infrastructure first before people come in. Because when you set the infrastructure first, that's what they learn when they get there. Right? So right when they're coming on, they're onboarded to, this is our process. This is how we do business. This is how things are done around here. Right? And they're able to assimilate into that business. What's happening is that people don't have a structure. And then now, when you're even considering, he hasn't even made a decision, but when you're considering to make certain decisions now, you're getting pushback because people are not used to that type of experience, right? So now, because the leadership style or business operations may be changing, you're going to have a resistance. And then, are you prepared? Do you have a change management strategy? Okay, it is natural for people to resist change. It's natural. But are you equipped to deal with that resistance without wavering on your interest, right? On your decision to improve your business operations, to improve your business infrastructure, and to really position yourself for success. Who is going to be running your business? Who is running it? Is it the contractors? Is it you? Right? And I believe those lines are blurred. And lines should not be blurred in business, okay? Roles should not be blurred, okay? That causes unnecessary friction, okay? I just want to add that in there because nobody wants to work in chaos, okay? Nobody wants to work in chaos, okay? And so as people are experiencing your recruiting process or your onboarding, how smooth is it? How peaceful is it? How calming is it? How inviting is it? How warm is it? Do you have a process similar to how you onboard your clients the way you do for your staff? Because I believe that care should be 360. So if care is only going to the clients, but you're neglecting caring for your staff from the moment that they say yes to you, you need to be caring for them even before, because they're vetting you, right? You want to make sure that process is comfortable and is good and they feel like happy, like, yeah, I'm so happy I got that job. I'm proud to be with this company. And they're sharing with their friends and family, etc. Your internal systems equal employer reputation. I feel like I have something right here that's bothering me. But okay. Your internal systems equals employer reputation. Okay. As I mentioned, do you want your staff to be so proud and excited about your company that they're sharing it with their friends? Maybe the friends that they went to CNA school with, or their RN friends, or maybe it's an RN sharing with their colleague. Like, you want your systems to be so good that they're marketing for you. I've had caregivers in the past get me clients. They would give me clients. They said, oh, I have a client for you. I know who I will have a client for. These people will be the people that will draw clients. And these are the same caregivers that could turn around and work for these clients on their own and have negotiate a private deal. But because they were now integrated in your system and they really liked you as an employee and took care of them and this and that, when they have opportunity to take care of you, they typically will. And you'll see that. So your internal systems equals employer reputations. High turnover isn't a people issue, it's a system issue. So if you have people coming in, even if you staffing, but you don't have a job placement for them, they will hang around and wait until you have an opportunity because of how the onboarding experience was. Okay. They will wait for you. And they may have other jobs, but they'll still be checking in. Hey, do you have something for me? Hey, I'm just checking in. Right? What is that communication process when there's a of gap of placement? From the time that you hire them and the time you place them on a case, what does that communication and nurturing period look like? What are y'all doing? Is there something? Or have you ghosted them and they forgot they even completed paperwork with you? Right? And so these are the things that leads to high turnover. It's systems, it's not people. So it's easy for the people to be the scapegoat, but really take an internal look at your systems. Okay? Structure at every level. Structure is required at every level. If the game just get a little bit more complex and the complexity level changes, but structure is still required from day one. You understand? So the moment you get your license, before you have a client, I cannot stress this enough. I have seen so many business owners will not make an investment in their business because they don't have no clients. Well, you don't have no clients because you have made no investment. You want the client to come first before the investment, the client to come first before your structure. You know, I have to just kind of tell you guys that get real, okay? There's this saying that says, if you make it, the people will come. If you prepare, the people will come. If you run your business as if it is a Fortune 500 company, then that's what it will become, right? You have to prepare and live in the as if it is now, as if it is present, right? Not waiting on the sideline until. So many of you guys are waiting until something happened, then I will do this and this and that. Guys, that is backwards. Backwards, okay? You got to get into the game. You can't get into the game watching in the bleachers as an audience. Okay? You got to be in practice. You got to get in practice. You got to get information. You got to know the playbook. You got to do this. You got to make adjustments. You got to test. Even when you don't have clients, you should still be in practice. You should still be running the business as if. So when they come, the process is smooth. It's smooth. You already got a bunch of caregivers because you've been onboarding well in preparation thereof. Because one of the worst things is you got a client, but you don't have no staff. Woo, isn't that painful? Well, you have a client and no staff, that is painful. So you want to be prepared for that which you are in expectation of. So if you're in expectation that I want to be a 7-figure business, I want to be 8, 9, 10-figure business, prepare as if, invest as if, and it's going to stretch your pockets. But of course, because are you trying to be here? Are you trying to be there? Come on, guys. I want y'all to get in the game. Having a license is not getting in the game. Okay, that gets you from being in the bleachers and you coming down a little bit. You're getting closer to the game, but you're not in the game. Okay, and so there's typically only a few people in the game, right? If we use it, I like sports, so but anyways, it's only a few people in the game, and so you want to be one of those few people in the game. All right, and you want to be one of those few people in the game. So my mind is going to so many different sports analogies, etc. But you want to be the few people in the game. So as I mentioned, structure at every level. A team of 3 still needs SOPs. A team of 3 still need SOPs. A team of 3 still needs onboarding, training, right? All those different things are very important, non-negotiable. Okay, a team of 30 needs KPIs, accountability, performance check-ins, right? And so you have to understand at every level, structure is required, but the complexity changes. Okay, so set it and forget it myth. The set it and forget it myth. Infrastructure is alive. Your business has to be alive, okay? This is not you're investing in stock and you just put, $100,000 down and let's see what happens in 5 years, guys. And let's see if it, matures and grows at whatever rate. Okay, this is not that type of investment. This type of business requires activity. It is alive. It requires movement. Okay? And so I want you to review your infrastructure every quarter. I want you to make sure you have metrics in your business, but really review it. Is it working? Is it well? What adjustments do we need to make? Do we need to do more training? Whatever. Assess every aspect of your business on a quarterly basis, okay? If your business cannot run without you, you don't have a business. You have a job with overhead, okay? You want to create a business, again, an infrastructure that can run without you. That is peace, okay? You can be in Jamaica drinking a rum, a rum drink or drinking some coconut water, and your business is still in flow seamlessly. You're able to check the status of your business abroad seamlessly, and that you're not stressed. You know what I mean? You're not stressed. You're at ease, okay? You don't want to have this business be another stressing point for you, okay? So systems is what's going to help that. So, guys, we are here to help you make a clear shift in your business. I hope you found this information helpful. If so, please book a consultation. Visit us at Clear Shift Solutions, okay? Click the consult link and book a consultation. We'll let you know what's working and what's not, and what you need to fix to scale. All right. We are one of the only HR companies in Maryland supporting RSAs and home RSAs, but also health-based businesses in Maryland. Okay. With HR, with benefits, with compliance. We have legal partners, right? We have everything that you guys need. Okay. And if somebody need some support or some advice around marketing or other things, we can have, we could provide some support around that as well. Okay, guys? But connect with us, get what you need, and make the investment. Your business need it at every level, okay? And so if we can be of help to you, we want to. All right? We look forward to seeing you again, okay? Don't forget to come back for part 3 and 4. And also subscribe. Please subscribe to this podcast. Or what are we on? YouTube. Subscribe to this YouTube. Put a comment. Let me know where you are, what's going on in your business. If you have questions, please put your questions down. Engage. But, the bell icon, subscribe, go to our website, book a consult, stay engaged. Okay. We are here to help you guys. Okay. But don't forget, guys, it is time for a clear shift. See you later.